Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the air signs Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and their twin flame connection. Twins, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Twins, I hope that you're doing well. I'm just going to put your card up here so I can see I'm talking to the air signs. If you are unsure of what a twin flame connection is, or the twin flame journey, I have included a link to Gabi Kovalenko's full-length explanation in my description box. She is a modern philosopher, esoteric philosopher, and she's absolutely wonderful. And she does a wonderful job of explaining the journey in depth. If you're here as a cross-watcher, welcome. If you're here as somebody that's just looking for a channeled message, welcome. In a nutshell, the twin flame journey describes two people who share the same energetic soul. So one soul in two people, two people. There is typically a period where twins encounter one another, and it is a very intense and all-consuming connection where you just become so kind of enveloped by the other person. But eventually the twins trigger one another. They trigger their phobias, their fears, their traumas. They are a reminder. The twin is a reminder to the other twin of those things. And there's a separation period between them, usually with one person running and one person chasing. And the person chasing usually understands that they've met their twin, that they've met their one and only, and they want to commit to that connection. But they are very, very codependent. And the runner of the connection loves their twin very much, but can't handle the responsibility of the connection and what it means. It becomes too much for them to handle, and so they run from the connection. In this separation, twins usually will go through the dark night of the soul because the rejection on both sides is very, very harrowing. And through this dark night of the soul, their spiritual ascension, they discover their spiritual gifts and raise their vibration, and hope to use those gifts to raise the vibration of humanity. So I always like to joke that it's a very tall order for twin flames, because no, you're not just meant to be with some awesome person that shares the same soul as you. You actually have a role to play in being a light worker, in helping to raise the vibration of humanity, one person at a time. So I do these readings for twins in separation. I am also a twin in separation. I do these readings to help the Twin Flame Collective to make sense of what's going on in their energy, and to kind of give some guidance from Spirit as to how to approach it. So I'm going to be using 3 decks for your reading today. The Wild Unknown Alchemy for the overall energy of the reading, and from the end I'll read from the book. The Healing Heart Oracle deck for the base spread, and for the tarot reading, tarot portion, the Radiant Tarot, which is not a deck that I use often on my channel, if at all. I think it's probably the second time I've used it. Other than for this series of twin flame readings. So cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for the air signs: Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and their twin flame connection. Thank you, Spirit. Beautiful. beautiful. I mean, to me, it looks beautiful. The sun's splendor. Splendor solis. Sun's splendor. I have to tell you before I show you this card. I haven't felt this feeling often. But I felt this weird popping in my ear as though there was like a pressure on my ear. It's like related to my jaw. And the only time it's happening again, the only time that I felt that kind of pressure, almost like somebody's tapping on my eardrum, is when I was reading for somebody who was resisting the message so much that it caused me actual physical pain. So I'm not saying that it's painful right now, but I'm feeling that popping. And it's not necessarily a pleasant feeling, but I feel as though one of you out there might be really resisting, I mean, not even my message, but just resisting the twin flame connection altogether. To that, I would say that you can stop right now, and you don't have to watch this message. You don't have to take this journey. You don't have to entertain any of it. Because I don't want whatever I say and whatever spirit channels through me to cause any harm, right? It's not about, that's not what I do here. For me, this channel is about being productive, moving forward, raising vibrations, always with love and light, always with positivity, which is not to say I give positive messages, but I give messages that are authentic to me and to my spirit guides and to what I hope for all of you twins, which is whatever it is that you want. If you want to be in union with your twin, then that's what I hope for you. If you want nothing to do with your twin, then that's what I hope for you. But it's important to understand the connection, because understanding the connection helps us to understand ourselves. And self-understanding is of the utmost importance. How can you, I mean, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. You know what this reminds me of? I've never been there, but it reminds me of the band shell at the Hollywood Bowl. Never been there, but you might live in California. I hope that you are all right, given the wildfires that were just occurring there. But I can't help it. I see the Hollywood Bowl. I don't even know if that exists anymore, but it's coming to me. Your twin might be somebody who is famous. But if they are somebody, if that's your twin flame, you would actually personally know them. Not just in your imagination, but you would actually know them. Hey, you could be the famous one. I just see absolute beauty here. One, the rainbow color scheme is gorgeous. The kind of sunset in the middle here, just spectacular. Feels so lush and abundant and refined and just abundant. These jewels, can you imagine if these were life-size? Maybe this is how your twin sees you, or you see your twin. But you gotta be careful with that though, right? You start to see your twin as some precious gift or precious commodity or precious whatever. It becomes so precious that you put it on a pedestal, and we want to try and not do that so much with our twins, because we never want to be looking up at anyone, especially our twin. You want to be at eye level with your twin. You want to be on equal playing field with your twin. They are not better than you. You are not better than them. And that was really hard for me. That was a hard lesson for me to learn. because I just adored my twin so much. I just, like, literally he could say or do anything, and it was like, you're the most brilliant, handsome, amazing human I've ever known in my life. Now, that was before, and now I'm just like, man, are you flawed? I love you. You're still the most handsome person that I've ever known, but like, I'm not dealing with your BS. Guess what? I'm not dealing with your BS. Right? So you could be, you know, you could still see them in this light, but like way put it into perspective. You know, I've been in separation now, how long? Almost 5 years, 4 or 5 years. I think about my twin every single day. Sometimes multiple times a day. Because they're always with you, right? But I'm not dealing with any BS. So the first two, I'm going to pull 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier. The first two cards will be your energy, or what I assign to the person who is watching. The second 2 cards will be your twins. The third set will be the connection, and the fourth set will be advice from spirit. Feel free to no, that wasn't the word I wanted to use. Feel free to switch the energies of what I assign to you or your twin, because twins often mirror one another. Wow, that last card confirmed it. 3 could be, even this, there's a representation of 3. 3 could be spectacularly relevant in your life right now. You could be seeing a lot of 333s, or groups of 3, or something coming in 3s. Every single one of these cards has a 3 in it. The last card is a 3. The first card is a 33. It's 33, 31, 13, and 3. That's not a coincidence. 31, 13 mirrors. Okay, 8 cards out. First 2 cards are your energy. Number 33, a master number. Unavailable heart. Face painful experiences and heal. It's a beautiful card. Face painful experiences and heal. So we have something that has such beautiful, vibrant energy, and then we have a piece of it that is broken off that is absolutely icy cold. And this could definitely be your energy right now. I feel like maybe I'm talking to a runner. So I do see this. There's something about this color spectrum that's really relevant. I see this color spectrum here and this color spectrum here. It's very reminiscent, even with this up here. Could also be seeing rainbows, prisms. But I feel like you're cutting off a piece of yourself, and because it's too painful to deal with at the moment. That is your right. It could be a lot of hurt experienced that might have nothing to do with your twin. There could be some things that you are working through at this time, past traumas, past pain that I feel as though there's something that happened recently with a karmic partner. Whether that karmic partner was a friend or a friend or a significant other that you've broken up with, or somebody that was just teaching you a lesson. It could be an ex that's not your twin. You've had to learn a very harsh lesson about where you gave your your heart and energy to, and how that was somehow used against you. Nine of Wands in the reverse to clarify that. Fire energy representing the wounded warrior. Usually in the upright, it's the wounded warrior living to fight another day. Resilient, tenacious, putting up healthy boundaries. But when the card is in reverse, it's like, I'm not entertaining this anymore. I'm not dealing with this anymore. This behavior, this energy, I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want to still keep trucking through it. For what? I'm making myself unavailable. In order to seek out what I'm really here to do. Like, I see this as like this pathway, even though it could be water. It could be water, but I also see it as like a channel or a pathway to figure out, like, what is my ultimate goal? What am I here to accomplish as a human being? It's the 33 life path number, right? What is it that we are facing right now, Spirit? This twin, what is this twin facing right now? The twin that I am reading for. Five of Pentacles. Being left out, being abandoned, abandonment issues. Forgotten, or the feeling of being forgotten, of being without. The tree is very bare. And see, this pentacle is almost looks like it's fallen from the tree. It's like everything holding on by a thread. Fives are difficult energies. Fives are numbers of transition. When we're in the Five of Pentacles, it's like we don't see any warmth. All we see is this. That's difficult. I'm sorry if you're the one, if this is you and you're going through this energy right now. But remember that we move through the fives to the sixes, which are all about victory and moving forward, progression. You are going to get through this. I challenge you, because Spirit's talking to me about it, I challenge you to kind of detach from this coldness. It might be hard for you as an air sign, right? Because you are used to, I'm not saying that you're cold, but you are very discerning. You live in the mind space. It may be something that feels comfortable to you, but I would challenge you to detach from this. Let this fall like this one did. Right? Because it's not, it's weighing you down. It's like this heart wants to rise and this heart wants to sink, and this heart wants to take this one with it. It's like they both want to take each other with each other, but ultimately you want to rise. You want to have your victory. I'm gonna get one more for your energy. Two more came out. Six of Cups in reverse, and the Moon. Six of Cups in the reverse, and the Moon. I don't know why I don't use this deck more often. It's absolutely gorgeous. Why don't I use this deck more often? I don't know. Hopefully now I will. Six of Cups can talk about nostalgia, memories, looking back to the past, the offers that we've had before. You know, I see this thing in the middle as like a mirror. It's like a portal energy to the past. But it's almost like when the card is in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse tells me that you're trying to let go. You don't want to look back to the past. It's too painful. But it's still a mystery. Building a mystery, like Sarah McLachlan. You might like that song when she sings Building a Mystery. Number 18, Pisces energy, sometimes also attributed to Cancer energy. So you could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer. The moon talks about secrets, illusion, confusion, illumination in the darkness with shadows. We can't see everything that is happening right now, and that's by design. There's some things that elude you. Sorry, I hear some yelling outside. Sometimes, you know, when you hear yelling, like random people out on the street, you don't know if they're yelling because they're angry or they're yelling because they're happy and they're laughing and they're just loud. There's something to that. It's almost like there's a part of you that doesn't even know what it is that you feel or what it is that your twin feels. Are you still angry? Do you still love them? You love them, but you're still angry? This confusion makes you unavailable. And Spirit is asking you to really kind of take a look at that a little bit more closely. Like literally sit on your own and ask yourself that question. Am I still angry at my twin? I dare say the answer is probably yes, because I don't know a twin flame, and I know a few who are not in some way angry at their twin. Then you ask the question, why? Have you ever done that exercise? I hate this exercise, but Spirit is bringing it to my brain, so I have to tell you. This is an exercise that they often use in kind of team building activities or self-awareness activities, where you ask yourself why 5 times. I'm going to give you a very superficial example, which is not a true example, but let's say I hate peanut butter, which that's actually true. I hate peanut butter. I only eat peanut butter when I'm sick. It's very strange, but I don't like peanut butter. And then you say, well, why? Because it's too salty. Well, why don't you like salt? Well, because it makes me feel like parched and dehydrated. Well, that can't be the only reason. Why are you dehydrated? Well, it's because I don't drink enough water. Well, why don't you drink enough water? Well, it's because I don't think about it. Well, why? Because I always put other people first, and I never put myself first, so I never think about self-care, right? We jumped, but I mean, that's just an example. Now, imagine you doing that with something that is not as innocuous as peanut butter, but you're doing that. Why am I angry at my twin? And then you ask yourself why 5 times. What results is very eye-opening, and sometimes it's very hard to face. Why am I angry at my twin? Because I feel abandoned. Why do you feel abandoned? You have so much love around you. Why do you feel abandoned? Why is it that when someone else walked out of your life, you didn't care? What's so special about this person, right? You get the drift. Where is your twin? Number 31, which reduces to a 4, the Emperor energy of the major arcana, Aries. I think the water signs twin got this. So your twin could be a water sign. My twin is an air sign, and I'm a water sign, so it makes sense. Intuitive heart, step into your true identity. It would be funny, though, if you had a water sign twin as an air sign, and the water signs have a twin that's an air sign. And both twins got the intuitive heart, right? Step into your true destiny. It's this sense that your twin is finally figuring it out, or has been already figured it. They have already figured it out, what their life path is. What are they supposed to do in this life to up-level themselves, to enrich their lives, to help others, to help humanity, to share their gifts, right? There's this sense here, especially with the Emperor, the divine masculine being conjured here with the number 4. It's this sense that we're being proactive. The twin is being proactive about taking charge of their destiny, taking charge of what it is that they want to pursue. And sometimes it might be head over heart, heart over head, and striking the balance between the two, the crown chakra and the heart chakra. It's clarified, though, by the 10 of Wands. This is a nice depiction of the 10 of Wands, but the 10 of Wands can often talk about burden. But for you, or for your twin rather, you know, it's like they've gathered up all of this experience and energy to be able to move to the next step, but part of it might feel a little burdensome, right? Imagine if you were to pick up this basket, the wands would be kind of going in every direction, right? Sometimes we just have to put some things down, some responsibilities, some old narratives that we've gathered over the years. Some of those old narratives might involve you, as this is your twin's energy. You know, as you might be angry at your twin might harbor some anger towards you, or resentment, or sadness, or pain, or trauma. But when the card is in the upright, we're putting some things down now. We're releasing some of these things. So I see your twin really, also with her posture here, head held high. I think your twin is doing their best to sit in their integrity, right? While they may love you very much, they are trying to stand on their own 2 feet. I feel that very strongly from your twin. For the connection, number 13, the grieving heart, open doors to something new. 13 references the death card of the major arcana Scorpio energy. You can see here that disconnection between 2 hearts, just like this one. It's clarified by the Emperor in the reverse. Sorry, I just want to see. I'm not really sure what this thing is on the ground, but to me, it looks like, I don't know if it's incense in like Catholic churches. I'm not sure. I'm not Catholic, but they have that ball that the priest, I think it's the priest, he kind of swings around and it has smoke in it. I don't know if it's incense or some kind of special powder that they light, and then the smoke, I guess it's like the Holy Ghost, right? The smoke kind of wafts throughout the congregation. That's what this feels like, but I'm not sure. But that might resonate with you, that smoke, I almost see it as a blessing or clearing, just like if I were to burn Palo Santo. The Palo Santo clears the energy. Maybe that's, hold on. Maybe that's what Spirit is telling me to do right now. Hold on, Spirit. I'm gonna burn some Palo Santo to clear the energy, the connection. See? This is clearing the energy of your connection for your best and highest good. your best and highest good for the air signs and their twins. But there could be some feeling right now that not just that you're missing your twin, but there could be a sense of you grieving a past version of yourself that was connected to them in a different kind of way. Like, you know, I often think about what it would be like to see my twin again. Obviously I do, and I do hope for that someday, even if it's just to have a conversation in person. But what that would feel like, you can't, no, my ear just fluctuated. You can't turn back time. You can heal, but you can't turn back time. We can't relive our experience, our past experiences with our twins. And that's the kind of grieving that I see here. Grieving the fact that you can't do it. It may make you feel, it may make the connection feel a little disempowered, right? Let's get a clarifier. Yeah, wow. For the time being, 8 of Cups. I think both of you are taking a break from this connection. 8 of Cups is walking away, taking a break. I mean, I certainly saw that at this energy here, right? Breaking off something. And also with your twin, kind of stepping into their power, the connection. You know, it doesn't have to be that we're never disconnected from our twin because we share a soul with our twin. So we're never disconnected from them. But we could be walking away from the narrative that we told ourselves about exactly what this twin flame connection really means, and walking towards something new. See, I want to, moving towards the moon. There's mystery. We're not entirely sure, but we know that we can't stay here. We have to evolve. We have to move forward. And what is your advice from Spirit? Number 3, the unseen heart. You are significant. What this feels like, the Spirit is saying, is that rebirth is here. A reimagining of the heart space and the collective heart between you and your twin, what it all represents. You are significant. So if there's this sense in you that, you know, who little old me, like, yeah, I might have discovered a gift or two that I have, but how is that going to help the world? Well, you never know until you share it. Gifts are meant to be shared. That's what I'm trying to do right now, right? And even if I help one twin try and navigate their connection, then what I'm doing will be worth it, because there were tarot readers before me that helped me to navigate it. And I would be lost without those messages. I really, truly would be. I'm my own person and I can make my own decisions and have my own intelligence about things. But to hear Spirit's messages through some really talented mediums and psychics and intuitives, I wouldn't trade that for anything. And even if it means that I'm in separation from my twin, then so be it. Because it's allowed me to realize I don't want anyone coming into my life that is not here to help me elevate myself and to allow me to help them elevate themselves, right? We're not doing it for another person, but we're championing them on. We're their cheerleader. We're the person that's always going to be in their corner. That's what you deserve. That's what I deserve. So it's clarified here by the number 12, the Hanged Man. So this sense that, yeah, it's okay that we're getting some perspective, and Spirit is the bird here. They see you in a timeout, but they're never far away. They're right there with you. And I see this, you know, the Hanged Man is like kind of in the tree, in this tree here that has all these knots in it. The tree energy is so wise, you know, so that's almost like Spirit is saying connect to trees, connect to nature. There are very specific trees in my town, specific ones that I talk to, that I commiserate with, but also bless, and also feel blessed by. So Spirit is with you in this time of in-between. So let's read from the book, The Sun's Splendor. Let's see what the book has to say. Open right up to it. Generosity, health, and abundance. Ah, revel in the glory of splendor, solace. There are several cards in the alchemy deck that relate to the sun, yet this card specifically depicts the long-term effects of its radiance. Think abundance, fulfillment, and altruism. Envision celebration and collaboration. But is it possible in our complex world? But is it possible in our complex world? The sun's splendor says yes, one day and one ray at a time. But isn't that what I was just talking about? That even if I'm speaking to one single viewer, that it's just worth it, one person at a time. When splendor solace arrives in the laboratory, the alchemist realizes that kindness and generosity are the secret ingredients. All other paths fall away. Through giving back to others and the world, we become more like the sun itself, radiant, light, and expecting nothing in return. Don't know where to start? Thank someone. Then thank another person. Soon the alchemist finds that they are not alone in the laboratory, and miracles arrive, both small and large. That is tremendous. That's your reading, air signs. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, twins.